didn't do a mic check or anything. So if someone could let me know if they can hear me okay. I'm going to make this short and sweet. Hey, Salty. Is my sound okay? Hello, Unseen. Totally unplanned. And I just have a couple of things that I'd like to talk about quickly. Because contrary to popular belief, I've got a lot of stuff going on, which is why I'm not here very often. Hey, Unseen. Hello, Mom of Gladiator. Fancy was my name. Good to see you. Hey, traders. I'm actually gonna I watched your video a little bit ago. Watched it a couple times to process it, and I'm really sorry that so much I don't even know what's going on, but I'm really sorry, and I hope that it gets better. But I do want to address a couple of the things that I heard because I'm not sure where they're coming from or what the intention is behind them. Hey, Flip Flop has nothing to say. Hey, Frosty After Dark, Carol, Ocean Tide, More Truth for the Missing. Hey, Brooke, Uber Gal, Carol, Just Lilo. How are you, Lilo? The Navy Wife, Bell, Brooke. Hey, Sapphire, I love you, beautiful. I hope you're doing good. Hey, Miss Daphne. Just Lilo, property of no one. I like that name, by the way. Hey, Suzanne. I'm going to just give it a couple minutes for people that are going to come in. I hope you can hear me okay. Can everyone hear me okay? Hey, Diz. Hey, Ocean Tide. Hello, Lady 7-Up. Yeah, I appreciate everyone. I'm going to make this fairly quick. Okay, thank you. I have a problem with things being said completely inaccurate or wrong, especially with my name. Hey, Shannon. I've been waiting for you to pop in so I could toss a wrench on you. God dang. Thank you. I appreciate it. I needed a couple of people from the ship because Jenny's always over on Rumble now, turd head. Thank you. I hope you don't mind. It's good to see you. Cooking too, so listening. I appreciate you. Hey, Sweet Tea. Good to see you. Hey, NJ Robin, Fortune Cookie, Super Snoops, Daddy's a baby girl. I appreciate all of you guys being here. There's a lot going on right now, and I'm not sure where it's coming from or what the intention or motive is behind it. I'm really hoping that there's just a lot of confusion, maybe a lot of new communities intermingling and people not understanding who, the personalities or the way that those communities move. I'm not sure what's going on, but there's just a couple of things that were quite concerning that I just wanted to address publicly so that everyone understands Vilomah's community, where Vilomah's coming from, what Vilomah has been a part of or aware of, and where I stand with it. I'm just, I'm not here to kiss anyone's freaking ass. I'm not here to do anyone's bidding. I don't align myself with anyone. I kind of do my own thing. I've always called my channel. I've always said this was like the melting pot of various different communities. I have successfully been able to set boundaries with a lot of people. Jill, you're not blocked here. You're not blocked. I've always been able to, set boundaries, and those boundaries have been respected. And at the point that they're not respected, that's when I tend to, I tend to speak up and say, okay, I'm not down with that shit. I am of the belief that we are all adults on the platform. All of us, everyone here is an adult. Some of us have mental issues. Some of us have mental deficits. Some of us have problems with communicating. Some of us are hard to get along with. Some of us are not. I prefer to meet people where they are, just like I sometimes ask those closest to me to meet me where I'm at. One thing I don't appreciate at all is if you have my phone number and I've said or done something that's offensive, that you don't understand, that you don't like, if you have my phone number, I consider you someone that I would call a friend because I don't give my number out. I don't do that. And so if you don't contact me, call me, text me, email me something, and you just, publicly go live and speak about that, it's hard for me to call you a friend at that point. Hey, Angel Talks Too Fast. I hope you're doing good. Hello, Sassy Ann. Hello, Horsewoman. Pixie Truther. Appreciate you guys popping in. I'm going to make this as short as possible. Hey, Cat's Eye. Sharon Sawyers. Hello. Hello, Ellie. I know Six gets mad because I say hello to everybody. Jill, you're not blocked. You're free to chat here. I just ask everybody stays respectful. Hello, Lady 7-Up. Tara. I appreciate you too. So, hey, Tater. It's good to see you. I hope that your travels went well and you had a blast. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. Hey, Eva. Hey, Jess23. I think I said Pixie Truther. If not, I'll say it again. Hello, Pixie Truther. Hello, Heather. Hey, J-Dub. True Crime with Eve. Good to see you. Find Summer's Truth. Good to see you. Okay, so if you haven't seen Trader's live stream earlier today, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because, there were some text messages that were talked about that had my name in them. I'm quite confused about some of the things that were said in those text messages. So I want to clear them up. Now, listen, I get this. There's a lot of people that once they set their mind into believing something, whether it's true or not, they run with it. It doesn't matter. They have to be right. Those are people that I can't deal with. I can't deal with saying, this is my truth. This is the truth of what happened and being called a liar. So I'm not going to deal with those people. I'm just not. I'm going to say that it was heartbreaking to watch Trader's live stream. And I can kind of understand where she's coming from because there's some crazy accusations that were made. Hey, Shorty, how are you, sweetie? There were some really crazy accusations that were made, including, in my name, that I know blatantly 100% or, I for a fact, without a doubt, that they can't possibly be true. I'm going to explain to you why. And I hope that by explaining why, I hope that changes the situation for a group of people that obviously care a lot about one another. Hey, Flava, how are you, honey? They obviously care about one another. They've obviously been friends and more like family for a very long time. Hey, Georgette. And it's sad to see this going on. It's sad to see it going on, and it hurts to know that my name is brought up as, throughout these messages in a way that is completely false. And I'm going to be clear about this. It's going to be a little embarrassing. I'm going to have to share some personal shit, but it's important to do that if it brings clarity to the situation, and then an open conversation can be had by those people. That's my intention and my goal. That's it. That's all. It's not to create or make a situation worse. It's kind of like if somebody goes and, robs a store, and someone with a red dress on, and you're known to have worn a red dress is with them, and you get accused of participating in that, and you know that that's not possible because you were in another state. That's kind of what I'm talking about here. Tara says, Shorty, why the hell are you following me? I think she got an Apple iPod thing. Now, what's it called? An AirTag on your ass, maybe. Hey, Siren, how are you? Hello, Mama Gladiator. Hey, Georgette. So the first thing I want to talk about is, hey, Flip Flop. First thing I want to talk about is this. Can people stop saying I'm trying to build a channel? For the fucking love of God. I'm not monetized by choice. This whole Stephanie blends in with all these different communities or befriends all, and this isn't coming from Trader's video earlier. This is something that I've been seeing, in other communities. If I was trying to build a channel, well, don't you think I would be on here live streaming at least a couple times a week, which is definitely not the case because I have other shit going on. If I was trying to build a channel, you would see me like actively promoting, endorsing, all over the place. I would get into the drama game or something like that. Hey, I'm here for it. Hey, Fortune Cookie, just on. I'm not doing any of that stuff because I'm truly not interested in becoming YouTube famous or building a channel. I'm just not. I have plans for this channel starting next year. Those closest to me know full well what those plans are. I don't go public with it to give people the opportunity to fuck it up for me. But I'm not trying to build a channel. I promise you I'm not. I don't get involved in drama. I choose my battles that have effectively been raged against me as far as people, accusing me of things, and I defend myself. To me, that's not a battle. That's defending myself. People that, threaten, deceased, children's death records and things, like obviously that's a battle. You've noticed I've put it down. I said my piece. Hey, Dick Tim, good to see you. I said my piece. I put out my truth, gave my opinions on that, and I've left it alone because I don't do tit for tat. You've heard me say that on and on and on. I don't do tit for tat. I have never been in a position of saying I want peace because I've always wanted peace. I don't go on the attack just because I want drama, clicks, and views. So I would appreciate if people would stop saying that or come with some cold hard facts of me absolutely trying to become YouTube famous or growing a channel, or wanting to be monetized but not being able to because of some bullshit, whatever you want to call it. I could have been monetized a long time ago. I choose not to for my own personal reasons, and I've explained those 1,000 times. But every new person who has someone who doesn't like me in their ear, that's the first thing that they say: clicks and views and money. First off, I don't have a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or any other payment method anywhere. You're not going to find it on any video. I don't say that to brag. I say that to be blunt and honest, that there's no truth behind those statements. So please stop with them. If you don't like me, just say you don't like me. I'm okay with that. I won't come to your space. I won't go in devious to someone I consider a friend. If I know you don't like me and you are frequently in her chat, I'll pop in and say hello and leave. I'll say hello to support her, but I won't stick around because I won't bring drama there. Can we just stop with the, unwarranted bullshit statements? Can we just stop? Now I want to move on to something else. I want to address this. And again, I'm going to say, hey, Carla Ray, I want to say this. My intention has nothing to do with choosing sides, defending, nothing. It's heartbreaking to see a large group of people that have roamed the streets for so long and been a force to be reckoned with. Hey, Brenda, it's so hard to see this going on. Hey, Deets. Good to see you, Deets. I hope that you and family and bye-bye are beautiful and that everything is wonderful. I do. Little Luca will be 1 year old in February. So he's at the almost walking stage. I'll have to send you some videos because they're funny. He looks like a little old bow-legged man trying to walk. It's wonderful. I love it. Hey, Moonray, good to see you. Hello, Pumpkin. Hello, so you say. Okay, I appreciate everybody being respectful in the chat. So a couple of the things that were brought up in Trader's video. Hey, Queen Bella. So emails. So there was something about what it was Trader's responsible for sending the emails. And if I'm correct in saying that those emails were the threatening emails that were in deceased family members' names that were just very nasty in nature, I would like to say that Jenny, Jen, Savage, and I started getting those way back before April. The first one that I received was in the month of April. And I'm pretty sure that Savage and Jenny were getting them a little bit before me. So the emails that were coming from different senders, we now know. Hey, Curious AF. Hey, Just Dawn. Hello, Brenda. Those emails that were coming in were from various different senders, but we now know that they are our children's names. So I was getting them in my son's name. I was getting them in Amber's name, in Amber's daughter's name. Amber also started getting them. A whole entire different community and people that never go to the other communities' chats were getting those emails. And so I just want to put that out there because if it has not been going on. They have stopped for me. I haven't had one for about a month now. But when I hear people questioning if Traders was maybe responsible for that, I just want from our side, meaning myself, some of the ship members, that were receiving these emails, Jenny's community that was receiving the emails, Amber's community, I think Flava got some, Paige got some. There's a whole lot of people that were getting them. And for us, they started before that, but the senders have been the same people. And so please take that into consideration when trying to figure out who it was that was sending those. And maybe contact Jenny because Jenny has a lot more information on it than what I do right now. Yeah, I don't think Traders even knows those people. I think that it could be that because our communities were all kind of blending, channel holders from the new communities started getting them. But I know that I know that some of the mean girls were also getting some very ugly, nasty emails. So I just wanted to put that out there. The second thing was, one of the text messages was referring to an email that I had sent to Ghost and Peachy. And so I did. I sent an email to Ghost and Peachy. And so, hey, shorty, don't time her out. So here's what I want to say about that. I did send an email to Ghost and Peachy, and I sent that after my last live stream. And here's why. Because Lips, whoever the hell Lips is, she's blocked on my channel forever, never welcome here, came in and called me some very vulgar names for no reason. I've never had conversation with Lips, never been to a channel in her name, never talked to her in the chat, never seen her anywhere around at all. I've heard of Lips, but I've never had conversation with her. And so for her to come into my chat and make some crazy accusation or make some crazy statements, name calling something about skin of a vagina or foreskin, whatever the hell it was unwarranted. It was nasty. It was gross. Not the right time. Didn't appreciate it. So fuck you, Lips. You're never welcome here. I don't know what you're trying to prove, but you're not going to do it here. You're not going to come in my chat because you're trying to prove yourself to other people and make a complete ass out of yourself. Fuck off. That was one of the most nasty, vulgar things that someone could say. And that's the first interaction with you. Fuck off. I don't want a second. After my last live stream ended, there was maybe an hour and a half that had went by. Well, first off, I called Six up on the phone and talked to her. And then, I'm trying to remember how this all went down. At some point, I ended up on Earth's panel. And AC came into the chat. And I had the opportunity then to have a private conversation with AC via a private unrecorded or whatever stream. And AC already knew that I didn't know any of the history or the context or not no context, or he already knew that. And so, I didn't have to explain anything. AC already knew. I mean, I've had one conversation with AC. He's been on my panel one time when I reviewed some of his content that had Connie Sue in it. To be clear, I don't know what the history is. I don't need to know what the history is. From what I'm understanding, Six Up and AC have gone at each other, or there has been attempts to go at each other. They don't like each other. And here's my belief on this. I don't care because it ain't my business. I'm an adult. I have a lot of respect for Six Up. I consider her a friend. I'm very supportive of her channel. That doesn't mean I agree with everything that she says. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that if she, fires up a live stream and calls someone out, that doesn't mean I'm doing that. I'm supporting her. I'm an adult. I can do that. The same thing goes for anyone else on this platform. I'm friends with people. I support them. That doesn't mean I always agree with them. And as an adult, I can do that. That's my right. I can do that. The same thing goes with AC from the shit show, right? I can like AC and I can support AC. I don't have to agree with him though. I mean, there's clearly something that has taken place, and there's two different, stories. AC explained to me that there's a clip of him that's taken out of context. He's explained to me that clip that was played, and for me personally, I think that there's a communication issue when it comes to that all that has to happen is for AC to tell that story and send that link or that live stream where a rapist and a pedophile was actually called out in his community by him and people on his panel to Six Up, or that they can have a conversation. But here's the thing. Nobody can make that happen. Hey, Six, no one can make that happen. And so that has to be something that Six Up and AC want to do. And if they don't, that's okay too, because it has nothing to do with me. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. So the fact that they don't like each other doesn't have anything to do with me either. I respect both of them. I'm closer to Six Up, obviously. I have spent more time with her. Same thing goes with if Six Up and AB don't like each other. That's not my business. I'm not making it my business. No one else is, even if you're sitting on my panel and I say some fuck shit, you are not responsible for what I say. I'm responsible for what I say. That this is my channel, my panel, my chat. I'm responsible. I have moderators that understand things that are allowed in the chat and that are not. Gotcha, Six. That's why I have the moderators that I have, because they understand what's allowed and what's not, and they'll kick it right off the battle. right off the bat. The same thing with coming up on the panel. I let people on the panel, the minute that fuck shit starts, a fine example of that was AC was sitting on the panel with me and Raz, and somebody came up and tried some crazy accusations, and I booted them without question, without regret, without hesitation. Get the hell out of here. You can't do that kind of stuff. So no one's responsible for what I say or what I do except me. And I'm not responsible for what other people say and what they do except them. Here's the thing though. In that live stream, I made a comment in the chat that said, people making fun of rape is gross. That is a true statement. I stand by that. I didn't attack AC. I didn't accuse him of things. I didn't know anything about what that live stream was going to be about outside of that somebody had dropped some recent legal documents on Jenna and exposing her to the community so that people knew that she has a history of using courts and judicial systems as well as false accusations was important. That's what I knew. That doesn't mean I have anything against 6up or AC. So why did I send an email to Peach and Ghost? Well, because after I had a conversation, with AC, it was important because Ghost and Peach are someone that I've come to care about. I've come to care about their opinion. I've come to care about them as people, not just content creators, not just channels. I've come to care about them. I've come to enjoy their channels. And so AC is the guy from the shit show. So I sent an email to Ghost's email because that's the one that I had and said something like, I would like to have conversation about the accusations that were made specifically in my name because I had just talked to AC and there was no issue with AC and I. And so rather than go public and make a big deal out of nothing, it was an opportunity to explain myself to people that I cared about. Okay, I understand that you didn't want to have that conversation with me. I'm okay with that. I'm not mad about it. But that's what that email was in reference to in Trader's video. I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I apologize for sending the email. It was nothing more than I care about you, and I would like to fill you in on that. I had a conversation with AC. It's the same thing that I knew AC was going to talk to Raz Illusion later. I care about Raz Illusion. He's a managing moderator on the channel, and it was important that he understood that AC and I had a conversation. And that's it. That's all. There's nothing nefarious. There's no behind the scenes. There's no planning and plotting or anything of the sort. That's it. That's all. So I understand, I guess, where I stand with people, and I'm okay with that too. I'm not for everybody. Make no mistake. I'm not for everybody. And so once I know that I'm not welcome somewhere, I don't go there. I don't. And I don't take it personal either. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I'm not everyone's, I'm not, and I'm okay with that. I still have respect for people. Even there's a lot of people I don't even like, but I still have respect for them. I can be the same way. But that's what that email was about. Okay, so I addressed the AC situation. AC and I are good. He, when he explained to me what that clip was about, and that it was more I'm not even going to call it shock jock conversation, but the people, that AC had exposed in his communities, he was making fun of what that predator had said about rape. And so hopefully, I'm hoping that he's, that he can send that link to 6up to see the entire live stream and get a better, so that she sees, how that all went down and understands that whether they're friends or not. Listen, I don't care. It's not my fucking business. If you don't like somebody, that ain't my business. It's not. I don't even care the people that like me or not. People that are sitting on their panels calling me a meth head because I have anemia and dark circles. I don't care. I don't care. Hey, Damaris, how are you? Hey, Mark W, Pixie Truther, Duchess. Good to see you guys. I don't care. I truly don't. I don't go looking for their opinions because it's none of my business. I don't waste my time watching these people go on and on and on about Vilomah's a meth head because she's got dark circles. No, Vilomah's anemic. Vilomah has Crohn's disease, and for the last 2 or 3 weeks has been battling a Crohn's flare-up after having surgery on my face. I've been dealing with it. That's why I've not been here. Hey, German lady. I love you, German lady. See, I'm going to say the same thing. There's people that don't like German lady. My interactions with German lady have been nothing but positive and pleasant. That's it. I had the same conversation that there's people that don't like German lady. I don't care that you don't like German lady. I love German lady. German lady didn't let somebody sit on her panel and talk so much bullshit about me even before she didn't know me. She knew right from wrong. Hey Willow, how are you? So again, if you don't like me, I respect that. I'm not going to come into your space. I'm not going to talk shit about you. I'm not going to fire up a live stream. I choose my battles wisely. And if you're talking about, threatening other parents on this platform with their deceased children's records, yeah, I'm going to call that out. If you dox me out and, talk shit about me as a parent and make these crazy accusations about me, yeah, I'm gonna have a rebuttal for that. But I'm not gonna go tit for tat. I'm gonna say my piece. I'm gonna put my truth out. I'm gonna put it down. Those who see it, and those who don't, and I don't care. I'm not being mean, but I'm not surrounding myself with people that have the need to gain the approval of all of the other people. Or if every time somebody that doesn't like you, they call you a bitch or a weirdo or a loser or a liar or a scammer or whatever, incites you to fire up a live stream, listen, go do you, be that circus monkey for their content. I will not do it. Neither will I put my chat and those close to me, people that I've come to love and respect and think highly of, through an emotional roller coaster because I have an ego and a need to be right and a need to feel powerful. I will not do it. I'm not doing it. I have too much going on in my real life to be here every day, all the time. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. I'm not talking shit on those of you that do, but I have a purpose here. And nobody's going to fuck that up for me. Nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big and powerful you are. I don't care, where you go, what you do. I don't care how many real life cops or FBI people are in your inner circle. I don't care, because that's not what is important to me. What's important to me is my purpose in life. YouTube is only a small portion of that. That's it. A way to reach other parents that are grieving, that are dying inside because their children are dead. That's what's important to me. People that feel like they don't fit in anywhere else. Their inner circles have cast them aside because they're no longer the person that they need them to be. That's why I'm here. I don't care if you don't even understand it. I don't give a shit, because you know why? The people who are going through that in their life, they're the ones that find here. They're the ones that find this chat. They're the ones that find other grieving parents. They're the ones that find comfort. They're the ones that feel supported. They're the ones that feel understood. They're the ones that fucking matter to me. Not the people sitting on their panels saying crazy shit, calling me a meth head. I don't care about you. You can't make me care about you. I don't give a fuck what you have to say about me, my son, my family. Make up some shit. I don't care. You don't know who I am in my real life. You only know what I've given to you. But the day's coming shortly after the first of the year that I'll be happy to share every last bit of it with all of you. And then you'll see. It's probably me, Mark. I get loud and then I get quiet. I apologize for that. I'll try to do better. Thank you for making me aware of that, though. So, okay. I've addressed lips in my chat. Fuck off, bitch. I don't know what that shit was about. Did it piss me off and trigger me? Abso-fucking-lutely. Because you have no right. None. You have no right coming in my chat, never, ever, ever having spoken to you. Ever. Not in a chat, not in a text, not in an email, nothing. You had no right to come into my chat and call me names like that on behalf of someone else. Someone who had it wrong. Someone who didn't understand, someone who was placing blame on me, someone who was putting me in the middle of whatever anger bullshit that they had going on. You had no right. That was my first and last interaction with you. I do not like people like you. You could have asked questions. You had to show yourself for who you are. You had to show where you're ready to lay your loyalty, and I'm okay with that. Lay it. Lay it loud, lay it proud. But you came in here with the sole purpose of proving yourself to other people, and that's not cool. I don't do shit like that here, Lips. I don't do drama every day here, Lips. I don't do tit for tat every day, Lips. I don't dox people here, Lips. I don't get involved in the fuck shit. I don't call people's jobs. I don't get an army of people for someone to lose their fucking career. Lips. I don't kiss people's ass. Lips. I don't owe anybody anything except for what I've told them I offer them here, which is support, positivity, a place to be welcomed, a place where people can come together and talk about the most difficult parts of life. And Lip, I got a feeling you think you've gone through the worst, most unimaginable shit. You have not. So don't come in here throwing around language, talking to people that have so much more purpose than you. Who's clearly here to just prove yourself to somebody. Go do that shit somewhere else. Don't bring it here. Nobody here in this chat, in this community, deserves having shit like that thrown through the chat because you are trying to prove yourself to people. I don't owe you or anybody else anything but the truth. I offer people the truth. You know why my story has never changed? Because I'm not a liar. Why have I committed to doing the right thing and being a good person? Because I will be reunited with my son, and that is more important than anybody on this internet that likes me or not. Here's the next thing. There's some kind of emails or text messages or communications going around about traders having communication with me and with 6up. Let me be very clear. I had surgery on my face about a month ago. I'd have to go back and check the date. Didn't really have a great time recuperating from that. Remember the live stream that Easy chose to drag the shit out of me? And, you know, he did. He dragged the absolute shit out of me for having dark circles. He missed the bulge on my face, the swollen face. I had a huge swollen face on the right-hand side. 2 days later, I had surgery. Fuck you, Easy. Success. Okay, if you want the W for dragging me, you got it. 2 days later, I had surgery. After that, almost immediately after that, I started to have a Crohn's flare-up. Now, I could show pictures of the progression of the swelling and inflammation in my stomach, but I'm not going to embarrass myself like that because Easy would just then run around telling me I was pregnant. I've said there's people here that have seen them. Lee Marie has seen them. 6up has seen them. I think maybe 6up. I know JBT. Because, I'm close to people and I was going through it and I wasn't on YouTube and I wasn't in chats. I wasn't on community posts. I wasn't in Discords because I was going through it. Not only that, my brother, well, first off, it started with my niece, who's in the medical field, who caught the new strain of COVID that's here in West Virginia. The baby that I babysit for and help take care of, little Luca, 9 months old, he caught COVID. My niece's husband caught COVID. And then my brother caught COVID. So people have been quarantining. Baby has been very sick. He also had a double ear infection. I think I sent a screenshot of talking about prescription or whatever. I know I sent it to Lee Marie because, listen, I've been so freaking busy with medical shit and dealing with family stuff. I ain't been talking to nobody. I've had a couple conversations with JBT and Haven who helped me set up a Discord because I wanted to do it the right way. Because when I tell people that I want them to feel supported and I want to protect them as much as possible, I'm damn sure going to fucking do that. And so I asked people who I knew were familiar with Discord to help me set it up because that's the easiest way to communicate with a group of people without having my emails blow up and, my data and whatever, or the space issues. So I've had communication with them. Not that I owe anybody any explanation, but when I hear my name being thrown in as manipulation tools, as somebody who's manipulating other people or someone who's being manipulated, it's not possible to manipulate me if I'm not talking to you. If the last month I have been dealing with having surgery, look, I got to poop in a box for God's sakes. Okay. I can show you the Cologuard kit that I got in the mail, but I'm not going to. There's people that I sat on a Discord call the other day in the Jerks Discord and was cracking jokes at how weird it is to poop in a freaking bucket and send it into Cologuard. Okay. I'm not proving this to the whole internet. The people that know. I've seen 6up. I know it's funny, right? I have been sick and dealing with it. I've not been talking to anybody. I have not talked to Lee Marie except a handful of times. Lise Levesque a handful of times. I've got emails that I'm desperate to reply to, and I haven't had time to do that because I've not been feeling well. Thank you, Eva. Yes, I also cammed up on Raz's the other day and said, look at this box. I've been dealing with it. Right now, I look 8.5 months pregnant because I'm so swollen with a Crohn's flare-up. So I just want to reiterate, Thank you, Sexy YouTube. I know there's been a handful of times, right, that I've said, like, look at this. How do you do this? When I feel good, but for the most part, I've been laying in bed. I've been on heating pads, iron infusions, the whole 9 yards. This has been when I felt good, didn't have a headache, wasn't feeling weak and tired. I popped up on a panel or I went into the Jerks Discord because you know what? It's been going since some date in October, nonstop, 24/7, and I wanted to see for myself how crazy it was, and it is. There's been no communication. For at least 3 weeks, Traders and I have not spoke. You know what I thought she was doing? I thought she was helping Anissa through the stuff that Anissa was going through. That's it. I feel like a shitty person for not checking in on her. I had no idea any of the other shit that was going on, but you can't manipulate somebody, and you can't be manipulating somebody if you're not even communicating with them. And I haven't communicated with anybody. The people that I used to communicate the most with would be Lee Marie and Lise Levesque, and ask them how often I've been talking to them. It hasn't happened. There was also something, a screenshot that was read about something to do with PI stuff, whatever it was. Listen, I'm not sure how that got twisted, but let me be clear about this. Back at the time when Rap was arrested, that's how long ago this was, right? Back when Rap was arrested, Traders gave me the warning that whatever was going on with like the Ernie /Rap Mama T stuff, that whole side of the Mean Girls community and the people that they had been battling and going at for a long time, Traders gave me the heads up that what I was doing on my channel was more important, and that she didn't want, all of those people to start attacking me because I was a fresh face that was going around all of their, their communities. She was afraid that I would be under attack, that my grief community would be under attack, and that Cody would be used again by other people as a weapon. That's the fear that she warned me about it. She wasn't afraid for herself. She said the Mean Girls can handle the mean girls shit because they're undefeated. The fear conversation was she didn't want me and my community to become part of, the attacks that the Mean Girls had been dealing with for so long. She didn't say she was afraid of anything. She was afraid for me. She had seen, because of all of us, coexisting in the same space and seeing all of the people who have family members, like Nicolina's daughter Maggie was used as a troll account, which is disgusting. Trader's brother was used as a troll account. Disgusting. That also happens to be Sapphire's son. My son was used. Other people's family members were used. She didn't want that to continue, where I had, successfully been able to, coexist with a whole new group of people, and other people had been able to successfully coexist. We were having fun. We were doing parodies. We were doing all this stuff, right? It was great. It was wonderful. She just gave me a warning that these people, this other side of YouTube, the people that had been going at each other for quite some time, were really ugly and foul and did a lot of real life shit. And she didn't want me to bring my community and get involved in that. It was a friendly warning. It had nothing to do with her. Traders never said she was scared to death. She said she was scared that if I, had got involved in any of that, that it would be ugly for my community. And I appreciated the heads up. So I'm not sure how that got twisted, but there's the fucking truth, whether you accept it or not. As far as Traders lying to me or trying to get me to see things a certain way, listen, I'm going to be very blunt, very honest, very raw, real, and uncut right now. Hey, Full Green Light. You can take this for what you want, believe it or not. I don't give a shit. The truth of it is, at no time, any time, in any conversation that Traders and I have ever had, has she ever said anything negative about anyone? Never. Outside of those people that were calling us all pedophiles, outside of those people that were insinuating there was child trafficking shit going on, outside of those people that were, saying I lied about how my son passed away, and all of these gross, disgusting things that were being said, hey, Johnson, at no point did Traders talk shit about anybody. Hand to God on what I care about, that never happened. So I don't know where it's coming from. She damn sure never said anything about any of the Mean Girls to me ever. Ever. She never, Listen, Traders she never came to me and had to explain anything to anybody. Okay, it never happened. I went to her. I asked Leah Marie months ago, a very long time ago, like well before August. It was well before June. I'd have to go back and look at the dates. A long time ago, I was having a difficult time sleeping at night. I just couldn't fall asleep. I was in an anxious state for some reason. And Lee knew that. And I said, where do you guys go at night when you can't sleep? And she said, Traders is really funny. That's how I found Traders. That's how it happened. So when I couldn't sleep, Traders was live doing parodies, talking shit, doing her thing, and it was entertainment. And I would listen and fall asleep. That's all. No one came to anyone and said, hey, let's go fight. Hey, let's have a common interest of taking people down. That never happened. That never happened. What I saw was that there were clips upon clips upon clips about the mean girls, and I'm air quotes, the mean girls being the worst people on the internet. That they had destroyed all these people's lives, that they went real life beyond and below and this, that, whatever. And I'm lurking in the chat and nobody even knows I'm there because I'm not typing in the chat. I'm just lurking and I'm like, wait a minute. I don't see that. I see that they've owned the shit that they've done. I see that they don't even make fucking excuses for what they done. So this whole thing about, I don't know, blaming somehow, Traders trying to blame shit on, it don't make sense to me because I see things clearly. I'm not emotionally invested in anybody. And I'm going to tell you that just like Nicolina sits up on a panel and admits the shit she's done, Traders did that too. Traders did that too. She doesn't make excuses for what she's done. Nicolina doesn't make excuses for what she's done. None of them make excuses for what they've done. They don't. So here's the difference. Why was it easy for me to accept them into my chat? Why was it easy for me to send Traders my phone number and start talking? Because the difference with people on the internet is those that admit what they've done, admit that they did it. They don't justify it or say, well, somebody else did it to me first or somebody else did this worse. They just say that they did it and then they put it down and they move on. They don't lie about it. Hey, Mitten Mama, that's why. Because at the same time that they're admitting it and saying all this, like, yep, I did it. I made the phone call to the hotel. Yep, I did it. I was one jumped up on Easy's panel and said this, that, whatever. At the same point, they don't want to do it anymore. I have made this so fucking clear. I'm not playing a game. I'm not emotionalating anybody. I'm not trying to tell my chat that I'm involving with a bunch of people that are going to, fuck the whole world over. I'm being real and honest when they tell me that they don't want to do it anymore, that they want to lay down the swords. They don't want to come here and fight. They just want to have fun. Why do I not believe it? They're owning, listen, to successfully apologize to somebody, you have to admit what you did that hurt them or affected their life in a negative way without saying the word but, without placing blame on anyone else, without victimizing yourself in any way. That's how you truly and effectively can apologize. And then you walk away, whether they accept it or not, never doing it again. You learn and you don't do it again. In my opinion, based on what I've seen over the last few weeks, Traders has done that. So has Nicolina. So I can be friends with who I want to be friends with. But the only conversations I've had with Traders off the internet, outside of the whole, we're all being called pedophiles and we're all, being accused of, crimes against children and linking us all together and doing all this dumb fuck shit. We've talked about her brother's death. We've talked about the case being reopened. We've talked about different ways that she can be more supportive or helpful to her mother. We've talked about some things that maybe most people won't understand in reference to when your son tragically dies and you have so many memories, and understanding maybe some of the things that her mom says or does and how she can be a better support system for that. We've had those conversations. We've never had conversations about other people like what's being accused of. Never. It's never happened. And over the last month, there's not been any conversation at all. None. I truly thought that she was helping Anissa through some really rough stuff. I truly thought that she was taking a break because things had become very overwhelming when that Anissa stuff went down. Hey, Don K. Hey, Sherlock. And so I didn't reach out because I was going through my own medical stuff. You see me in chats when I was feeling okay, when I was laying down on a heating pad, when I was, I don't understand where all this shit's coming from. But please don't put my name into a whole chat full of a whole bunch of people with the insinuations, accusations, or conspiracies that there's some kind of manipulation going on. Traders has never told me who to like, who not to like. She's never blamed anyone for the shit she's done. She's not included me in any of the shit that's going on now. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I know nothing. I know only the few minutes I've caught on other people's live streams. I know there's an issue going on with rap and Smoky Mountain Mama. Not my business. I've not chose a side. I've not gotten in the middle of it. Because I think in my mind, I'm the first one to stand up right now and say, I'm very wrong. I'm very wrong that when I said that you could go wherever you want to, that is abundantly not clear. Because there's some people that will say, if you support this person, stay out of my community. You don't have to tell me twice. When the whole chat is like, yep, I stand behind that 100%. I respect that, but you got it wrong. You 100%, without question, got it wrong. And AC knew that. I didn't even have to explain it in detail. I didn't even have to, nothing. I had an adult conversation with AC and I didn't even have to, it wasn't anything like that. But everyone in that chat, it was like, yep, I see you. I'm not begging to be a part of anyone's community. I'm not going to sell my soul in order to get along with people. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be other than who I am. I'm not doing it. It was important to me that Ghost, Peachy, and Raz knew that was simply not true. I've never attacked anyone. I had no intention of attacking anyone. That doesn't mean that I don't like 6 Up. I love 6 Up. I love JBT. I understand right now there's a lot of people that I care about that don't like each other. I'm making it very clear it's not my business. I like who I like. I love who I love. I go to the chats of the live streams. When shit goes south, I leave. You can't accuse me of participating in stuff. You just can't. It was important that a couple of people, the people I care about, knew. The people I know that I felt like I knew, people that I felt like I could consider friends. I understand. I'm cool with it. I'm just explaining it to you so that this doesn't continue, so that this doesn't spiral and go into a different direction. I think whatever's going on with the Mean Girls, listen, it's not my business. I'm not part of that Mean Girl chat. I don't have conversations with people about the Mean Girls at all. If I want to know what's going on, I'll go to the chats and listen to the live streams. Outside of that, it's not my business and I don't make it my business. I've never asked to be part of a crew. I don't want to be part of a crew. I'm solo. I do my thing and I'm a part of various different communities and I like being like this. I like being able to go where I want to go and communicating with who I want to communicate with. I like watching people from afar before I ever have conversation with them. I like seeing how they move. I like taking people at their word until they prove me that I can't do that. And then I leave respectfully. That's all. If there's some wedge or some scheduled attack against me, I don't care. What are you going to do? The same thing that's been done before? You're gonna grab some Cody content and put it out there and tag me in it? You're going to make some troll accounts? From this point on, I'll be in my chat. There's a handful of places I know I can chat and there's not going to be a bunch of bullshit about manipulation or lining up with people or trying to drag numbers or whatever the fuck's going on. I lose a lot of respect when people have my phone number and they don't use it. I lose a lot of respect when people can communicate with me without making it YouTube content, ranting on and on and on YouTube when you don't have it right. I lose it. I lose respect. I don't want to coexist with people like that. Hey, No Fear. Hey, Bad Medicine. It's not a I don't like people thing. It's a I don't like the bullshit. I don't like the drama. I don't like the accusations. I don't need it. I just don't. Nobody does. Nobody needs it. No one's lied to me about any of the mean girl stuff. I haven't communicated with anyone at all. Prove otherwise, because you can't. There's nothing. How many live streams have I done in the last month? 2? 3 at best. How many panels have I been on? 5 at best. How many chats have you seen me on? A few here or there. I might pop in and say hello because I know that you're live, and then I leave. I don't even stick around because I've got so much other shit going on, and I'm allowed to. I'm fucking allowed to do that. I'm allowed to be that person. I'm allowed to support who I want to support. And if you don't want me or my community in your chat, you don't have to tell us twice. You don't. Text messages do not have to be released and shown and spread amongst the YouTubes to let people know that you don't like them or that you are conspiring against them or that you think they're conspiring against you. A phone call would work just fine. A phone call. Be more than happy to explain what's been going on in my life, what I've been doing in my free time off of the internet. At this point, I think it's not going to work. I think that there's people that are so stuck in believing that other people are conspiring against them or coming at them that it does not matter. And I don't know anybody an explanation about anything. But if you have my phone number, I have no problem explaining to you because I've already thought that we were friends. That's all I got. Traders, I'm really sorry. I don't know. I wish I could explain what's going on. I don't know where any of this shit is coming from. There was so many things that were said in those text messages about that just make no sense to me at all. None. And I don't know why they're being talked about now when it was clearly a month or so ago. I don't understand it. I don't hate bond with people. I don't. We may work together for a common goal, but that's not bonding. I'm not moving in with anybody. I'm not part of any crews or cliques or groups or cults or whatever the fuck you want to call them. I'm not doing any of that. I do my own thing. I have shared opinions with people. I hang out with people that I get along with, people that I can relate to, even when I don't agree with all of what they say. I don't have to agree with all of what they say. AB is somebody very controversial. There's a lot of people that love AB and a lot of people that don't care for AB. I love AB, and I don't agree with him all the time. Sometimes AB is a complete asshole. Sometimes he gets up in his feelings and he flips out and tells people exactly what he thinks of them and then apologizes later. I know that AB does this. I can forgive him for doing it to me. You think I ain't ever had a dragon by AB? Are you crazy? AB has my phone number. My experiences with people are very different than other people's experiences, and I don't come with prejudgment based on who you affiliate or associate with. I don't. I don't care about your loyalty. I care about your honesty. You can be loyal to the devil, but if you're honest to me, I'm okay with that. No offense to anyone who's into religions outside of Christianity. No offense. I'm just using that as an example. Please don't be offended by that. I don't care who the fuck you're loyal to. Take your loyalties and continue those. I care about honesty. I care about boundaries, and I care about being able to establish with you what's important to me. What's important to me is my privacy. And if I respect you enough and I trust you enough and I care about you enough to share any part of my private life with you, and then you violate that trust, fuck you. Because I don't care about your loyalty and I don't expect you to change that. I don't expect you to not be loyal to the people that you're loyal to. I just expect you to be honest with me. If I say I would like this conversation to remain private and I've come to know that I can trust you, I expect that you understand that's private. When I find out that it's not private anymore, when I find out that conversations that we've had have been twisted and shared with other people weeks or months after those conversations have taken place, so that those conversations can be misinterpreted to be talking about a current time, yeah, that makes you a piece of shit. Again, I don't care about your loyalty. I care about that you're honest and that you respect my boundaries and that you respect my privacy. That's all I ask from anyone that's close to me. I don't ask you to explain what you're doing with other people or what they're doing. I don't ask you to share with me personal conversations because I don't want that. I don't want you to do it to me. When you have a private conversation with somebody, I don't want to know what that shit's about, even if it involves me. A vault is a vault is a vault. If you are willing to come to me and talk shit about someone that you consider your friend, do you think I trust you? No. Because if you're calling me one of your closest friends and you're coming to me and giving me personal information about someone who you also call one of your best friends, do you think I'm going to share anything with you? No. I've been done just as shitty as the rest of you on this platform. I've had the truly evil, nasty people coming at me because I disagreed with them or left their communities. Connie's running around talking about money. No, Connie, it's not about money. It's not even about loyalty. It's about honesty. It's about respecting boundaries. And it's about understanding what's important to other people. I don't give a fuck about loyalties. I care about that you're honest. When you say you're not going to do something like that, you don't fucking do it. That's what I care about. I care that when you do fuck up and someone calls you out on it, that you don't then victimize yourself, that you don't then stand and say, you went through this and you went through that and this is your personal life. If that's the case, get the fuck off YouTube until your personal life is situated. You can't say that you're not violating my trust or that you're not disrespecting my boundaries or that you care about me as a person when you're twisting and manipulating conversations from weeks ago into today's situations to prove a point or to make someone else happy. That is fucked up. Do I care about traders? Absolutely. I've had in-depth conversations with her about grief, about loss. By who, Jill? We've spoke about some very personal things that have nothing to do with this platform, that have nothing to do with who likes who. Who's streaming me? We've had conversations about grief and loss and understanding. We've had conversations about what her mother might potentially be going through. We've had conversations about the shock of having a family member, a brother or a son, be missing and then all of a sudden deceased and not know what's going on. We've had in-depth conversations about that case being reopened. We have not had conversations about other people. And it's very sad. It's very sad that because I go silent, because I'm dealing with medical things, because I go silent, because my family is dealing with the new COVID crap, because I go silent, because, my great nephew has a double ear infection and is in and out of the ER and all of this shit going on, that I go silent and it's turned into manipulation or working behind the scenes. I don't do that. I do not do that. I have not done that. When I said years ago, when I said over a year ago that I will commit to not going real life. I will commit to giving an opinion. I will commit to a clapback if necessary. I will commit to never, ever going real life. I fucking meant it. When I said that I committed to not hurting people, not going real life, not using their traumas and tragedies against them, I fucking meant it. I will not do it. I will burn this bitch to the ground before I ever fall back on that. I will not do it. I really, truly hope that people that have established relationships over a long period of time, I hope you hear that whatever is being told and whoever is telling it to you, whoever is forming this, that I don't like people, if I don't like you, I will tell you. I will respectfully tell you. I'm not mad at anybody. I don't think anything of anybody. What's concerning is my name is flowing through a group chat with words like manipulation or lying, or when none of it's happened because I haven't talked to anybody. There has been no conversation. If you want to fact check that, you go ask Leah Marie or you ask Razillusion, because ask Underlight City of Dreams, ask Tater. They're my managing moderators, the people I communicate the most with. And when I communicate with one of them, I communicate with all of them. Ask them how often I have communicated with them. Ask them how often I've answered the phone, replied to a text message. Ask them when's the last time we did a movie night. Ask Lisa Levesque how many movie nights we've had over the last year. Ask Lise those questions and listen to her answers, because it's not that many. We've had a couple movie nights. That's it. That's all. There's no manipulation. I fucking don't want to, need to, or will ever try some manipulation bullshit in order to win a battle that's not even mine. Nor will I be used as a weapon for somebody else's. It doesn't happen. And I'm sorry that this group, please reconsider. Please have private conversation. Please talk to each other, because whatever's being spewed to you and being spilled to you is 100% absolutely not correct. I have had no conversations with these people. I've had no private conversations with these people. No one has told me who to like, who not to like. There's been no conversation whatsoever in any capacity about being okay with fuck shit in the future. Traders knows. We have had that conversation, the same as I have with Nicolina, the same as I have with Connie, the same as I have with you name it, with all the people I care about, Six Up, the Jerks, all of them. Everyone knows where I stand with that shit. Everyone knows that if you start doxing or going real life, I'm out. I'm leaving the chat. I will publicly say I don't participate in it. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to go back to the chat. That doesn't mean that I'm not back in the chat a week later saying hey to everybody. That means I don't know the history. I don't know why people are fighting the way that they're fighting. It's not my business, but I can get along with whoever the fuck I want to. That means. That doesn't mean that I participate in it, or that I condone it, or that I co-sign with it. That means I made a commitment to my community, to myself, to my family, people I care about, not to participate, and I won't do it. I just won't. So it's impossible to manipulate somebody when they're not communicating. It's impossible for me to be manipulating people when I'm not communicating with them. It's impossible. I love the Mean Girls. I enjoy spending time with them. I think that they're great people. I think that they truly mean that they don't want to be here fighting. And I think that the fact that Nicolina and Jimbo could sit on a panel and work out their differences says so much about their intention. I think when Nicolina goes up on panels and says, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't fight. I don't want to fight with people anymore. I did this. I did that. I said this. I said that. I fucked up and I don't want to do it anymore. And then she makes peace with Jimbo. How do you doubt that? But that's okay that you do. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. I think that when Trader says she wants peace, I can sit with that because I do too. That's why I don't tit for tat. That's why I'm not here every day. There's no way to prove it to you except look back through my streams, look at my involvement, look at my interaction. I'll call out some shit that I know is hurting other Vilomahs. At the point that it becomes tit for tat, or that it becomes toxic for my chat, people in my community, I'm out. I leave. I don't do it anymore because it achieves nothing. It accomplishes nothing but content for other people. I ask that if you have my phone number, if you think something of me, please respect me enough to call me or text me. Please don't spout it off in a live stream when it's completely inaccurate. Thank you to AC for allowing me the conversation. And I it means the world that you already knew. It means the world that you already knew because of the history that's gone on. Thank you to Six Up for allowing me to be me, for understanding that I'm not always going to agree with you, but that doesn't mean that I don't respect you or care about you. 100%. Thank you to the Mean Girls for being so kind when you didn't have to be. I appreciate that. Peach and Ghost, I am very sorry. The email I sent came with no intention other than a conversation, other than to say, I saw the chat. I saw what was said in the chat. I didn't know how to take it. I had a conversation with AC. He knew that I wasn't coming at him or attacking him. I just wanted you to know that. I mean, maybe I'm naive in thinking that we were friends. I'm okay with that either way. That's the only reason for the internet. That's the only reason for the email. I'm sorry if it was offensive or if it made you mad. It wasn't my intention. Am I triggered? Yes. Yes. Because the things that were said could be very troublesome for someone who tries really hard to not involve herself in that kind of stuff. For someone who does her very best to respect other people's values and their privacy. And again, I'm going to say it's not about loyalty, it's about honesty. That's all I got. It's been an hour. I'm going to go lay back down. I really hope that the mean girls can come together and have a conversation. I hope that this helps you to understand that there's been no manipulation. There's been no convincing people on my side of YouTube to like people that they don't like. That's not happened. We had a conversation about allowing everyone in everyone's chats. We had conversations about hearing and understanding that the mean girls had apologized and that they really wanted to just have fun, do parodies and cut up. That is not manipulating. That is hearing you take ownership, apologize, want to be seen different, and allowing you the chance. If giving you the opportunity to use my channel or my space as a way to prove that you could be the opposite of what the whole internet had accused you of being for so long, guilty as charged. There's no hidden motive or intention behind that at all. I think that you guys are a group of really strong, wonderful, just amazing people. There's so many of you, and you're all so very different, and you come with so many strengths and weaknesses, and you help each other and you pick each other up. And I think that that's a wonderful quality on the internet, especially in these communities. If I'm seeing it wrong, okay, I'm seeing it wrong. I haven't tried to blend in with you for any reason. People have been attacked for so long, and they've been attacked for so long, and they turn around and say, I don't want to do this anymore. Just want to have fun. I want to apologize. And someone like Connie is saying, no, you can't. I will be the person that says, yes, you can. And that's all I did. There was no hidden motive. There was no hidden intention. There's no secret communication. Nothing. Maybe I relate to traders more because of all of the grief conversations. But there's been no manipulation. She has never said anything bad or ugly ever about any of you. Quite the contrary. She's never gave any reason to think anything that has been going on for obviously all of this time has actually been going on. I had no idea until today. So if I've done something to upset, offend, hurt any of you, I am truly very sorry. And if you tell me what those things are, I am more than happy to publicly, face-to-face on a platform or on a panel apologize, because I have no intention of doing that. Never have. I don't go where I'm not wanted or welcome, and I'm okay with that. There's just a better way to tell people that. There's a much better way. I wish peace for all of you. I wish all of you take a breath, come together and sit down, because you guys deserve better than this, and so does everyone else. People believe in you. Not the old you, but the new you. People believe in you. They believe that you're here for a bigger purpose. They believe that you are funny, that you have so much to offer the platform, not just in the form of humor, but all of you, all of your different walks of life make you amazing people. It'd be easy to be able to come to you when you really are going through something that one of you have already gone through. I would like for that door to still be open. I would like to be able to have conversations with people about the difficult parts of life, because that's the only fucking reason I'm here. That's it. That's all. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.